Happy Juneteenth to all Americans, especially my black people. They tend to try to separate the history like that happened somewhere else. That's just an adjective. Black American history happened here in America. We're just as American as Christopher. In fact, we're more American than Christopher Columbus because we weren't born in Italy. We were born here on American soil and did all of our history here. Super happy this holiday is being observed more every year, more celebrations annually. Please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed if you don't necessarily know the heritage behind the holiday or why we celebrate it. That's actually the irony behind the holiday. The fact that the people of Texas did not know that they were free legally for 2 years until the army pulled up like, hey, let them boys go. Seen a video this morning of the White House press secretary basically in so many words saying this administration doesn't necessarily care about this holiday and they're going to go on business as usual. Seen someone in the comments reply, so most Americans don't care about this holiday because we all celebrate 4th of July for all Americans, which made me realize how dangerous it is to not know. Because just like most black people, I grew up eating barbecue and popping fireworks with my family every year, completely unbeknownst to the fact that there are 89 motherfucking human years in between the Declaration of Independence and the Emancipation Proclamation. There were 89 years of liberty and justice for all, but to not only disregard Juneteenth, but to actively speak against it like this isn't the holiday everyone should be celebrating when this is the one where everybody got that liberty and justice that America was handing out. It kind of says something about you. The girls would say it's given. I'm not going to tell you what is given, but the girls will tell you it's given. That was liberty and justice for some. When America got its liberty, they didn't even consider us Americans. They didn't even consider us people. So nobody better ask me if I'm barbecuing next month. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Not knowing is why we've been barbecuing, popping fireworks on the wrong day for all these years. Not knowing is knowing that mostly, or if not all black Americans know what this flag means, while most of us don't know what this flag means. But today is a good day to stop not knowing some shit. Black American heritage flag created by Melvin Charles and Gleason Jackson in 1967 is a symbol of our identity, sacrifice, and warrior spirit here in this land. And it hit. If Big Melvin and G-Jack would have got these to the hill, we've been waving the wrong flags this whole time. We would have been rolling this one. Boys would have been wrapping this around there. I'm not a world historian, so I could be wrong, but black Americans are one of the few people in existence to never have the time, land, and resources to build community for themselves. Each and every time we did, they came and took the land, burned down the resources, or cut the time short. We've never known the luxury of anonymity, which is why we take so much pride in building out what we have here in America. However, we're going to have to ask ourselves why we would continue to fight to stay in a place our ancestors viewed as a cage. Because I ain't saying I just knew the ancestors, but I think if they knew these boys was going to be tripping like this, they wouldn't have told us to come over here. I don't think they would have let us even come over. They would have picked up the line, hey, these boys tripping. They got us working for free. This ain't the place to be. Because the idea that we need to stay here and fix this is weaponized trauma. We already fixed it. They fucked it up. Make America great again. I'm not necessarily sure when it was great, but as you can see, they said it was great. So we don't need to stay around and help them do it again, because last time we didn't even get paid. Black Americans have embraced migration since we figured out there was another place to be. In between 1916 and 1970, there were over 7 million black people who left Jim Crow South in order for better pastures for their family. Black Americans have never been a stagnant people. We've always moved and made matters made sense. We are our greatest resource, and all we've ever needed was the space and opportunity to prove that, which is why people like Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois and Malcolm X and Kwame Ture have all suggested we get the fuck out of here. A mass migration to Africa isn't about escaping America. It's about building Africa. One of Africa's greatest resources, its people, were stolen. If we return, we don't just go back, we give back. We create, we build, we finally, for the first time in black American existence, get self-determination. People gonna say, no, we're gonna fight white supremacy. We not leaving, we not giving up, while not realizing the best way to fight white supremacy is to hurt their pockets. They put that money over their own people. They've proven that. White supremacy don't care about no riots. They'll send their army out there. They care about relocation. White supremacy does not mind that you're angry. They care about absence. White supremacy does not care about marches. They've shown that. They will care about migration. Again, if that's too radical of an idea, nobody wants to leave, we love it here so much, no problemo. Pick a motherfucking date and meet me at the Capitol. Because I'm not saying the J6ers had a valid reason for going up there, but them going up there was very fucking valid.